Hello, my dear BRGNs. Welcome back to your English grammar class. So, which topic we have covered in our last session? Yes, we all have covered pronoun, right? So, we will continue with parts of speech and today we are going to cover another parts of speech, that is adjectives. And as this topic is common topic for class 7th as well as class 8th, so this video lesson is for both the classes, right? It is not a new topic for us. We all are very well aware what are adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. They also known as describing words. And why they are known as describing words? Because they qualify or describe noun or pronoun. They add something to noun or pronoun. So the words that tells us more about noun or pronoun by telling about their qualities, quantity, possession or number, those words are known as adjectives, right? Before I continue with my topic, let me tell you what are the subtopics we are going to cover in this class, right? According to your prescribed book, right? So in this session, we will cover kinds of adjectives, and in this kinds of adjectives, we will cover adjective of quality, adjective of quantity, adjective of number, demonstrative adjective, possessive adjective, interrogative adjectives, emphasizing adjectives, participial, and another topic, subtopic that we are going to cover is degree of adjectives. Let me tell you here that degree of adjective is not a part of standard 8th book. The book which is for class 8, it is not covering the exercises related to degree of adjective, but it is a part of the book which is for class 7. So class 8, you are not supposed to get confused, because we all know what are degree of adjectives. We use it in our daily life, positive, comparative and superlative degrees. Plus there is a topic that is where we have to interchange the degrees of adjectives without changing the meaning of the sentence, which is a useful topic for everyone. So there is no harm to learn more, right? So we will cover degree of adjective and kind of sentences for both the classes, and both the classes can learn both the things, right? So let's start first with kinds of adjectives. So first of all, we will learn about adjective of quality. Adjective of qualities means the words that describe the kind or which describe the quality of a noun or pronoun, right? They are known as adjective of quality, which tells us about the color of nouns, which describe the shape of noun, which describe the size of noun, right? Which describe the quality of noun, or we can say the words which gives the answer what kind of. Those words are adjectives of quality, right? Let us learn it by some examples. She wears a beautiful dress. Now, what kind of dress does she wear? Beautiful dress, right? So the word beautiful is giving the answer what kind of. So beautiful is adjective. Or I can write it in this way also. Her dress is beautiful. Right? Again, what kind of dress she wears? Beautiful. So again, beautiful is the adjective. Now you must be thinking why ma'am has used the same adjective in two ways. Because I wanted to add here, because sometimes you might confused कि मैम adjective हमेशा noun से पहले ही use होता है. No, it is not like that. We can use it after the verb as well. Actually, adjectives are having two uses: attributive use where they are used before a noun, right? As I have used it here before the noun, right? And they are also having predicative use where they used after a verb, right? Then we have learned in our previous classes about orders of adjectives. If more than one adjective is there in the sentence, then how to use the adjectives. So I hope it is clear. Adjectives of quality. What are adjectives of quality and how we are supposed to use, where we have to place them, right? So now we will do the second kind, that is adjectives of quantity. Adjective of quantities are the words that indicates how much of a thing is meant, right? They tell the quantity of the noun, right? And they are used with uncountable nouns. To tell the quantity of uncountable nouns, we use adjectives of quantity, right? Like, I have enough money, right? So money is uncountable noun, right? Many of you must be confused कि पैसे तो हम गिन सकते हैं. No, we cannot count money. We can count coins or rupees. Money is uncountable noun, right? So, to know the quantity of uncountable noun, I am using here an adjective, and this is adjective of quantity, right? Or we can say, little rain has been received in our area this year, right? So again, rain is uncountable noun. So to tell the quantity of the rain, I am using an adjective which is adjective of quantity, right? Now we will do next adjective, that is adjectives of number. Adjectives of numbers means the words that indicate how many of a thing is meant, right? They are used with countable nouns. They tell the number of the nouns, right? And adjective of numbers are also having different kinds. There are three kinds of adjectives of numbers, right? Now what are those three kinds? First, there is definite numerical adjectives, right? Definite numerical adjectives means which gives us the exact number of the noun, which tells the exact number of the noun. In definite numerical adjectives, we are having cardinal numbers. Cardinal numbers means all the counting numbers, right? 1, 2, 100, 1000. So all the counting numbers are known as cardinal numbers, and they are used as definite numerical adjectives in English to tell the number of nouns. Let us learn it by taking some example. I have 2 pens, right? 40 students were present in the session, right? So 240, these are the numbers. They are giving the exact number of the nouns, that how many, they are giving the answer, how many pens do I have, how many students were present in the session, right? Next definite numerical number we are having ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers means the numbers which tells us the order or series of things, right? The numbers which are used to tell the order or series of nouns, right? So they are first, second, last, hundredth, right? So all the ordinal numbers which tells the order and series of noun, because they also tells the exact position of the noun, so they are also known as definite numerical adjectives. They are also counted as definite numerical adjectives. As I can say, June is the 6th month of the year, right? So what we have learned till now, we have learned adjective of quality. Adjective of quality means which are describing the quality or which describe the kind of noun or pronoun, right? Or which gives the answer of what kind of, right? Then we have learned adjectives of quantity. Adjective of quantity means which are telling how much of a thing, right? And they are used with uncountable nouns. Then we have learnt adjectives of numbers. They indicate how many of a thing. They are used with countable nouns, and there are three kinds, from which we have covered the first kind, that is definite numerical adjectives. And definite numerical adjective means all the cardinal and ordinal numbers. Now we will do the second kind of adjectives of numbers, that is indefinite numerical adjectives. Now what is indefinite numerical adjectives? Which are used with countable nouns, but they do not give the exact number of the nouns, right? As I will say, few students were present in the session, right? Few, many, such kind of words are used as indefinite numerical adjectives to tell the number of the countable nouns, but not exact number of countable nouns. Then the third kind of adjectives of number is distributive numerical adjectives. Distributive numerical adjectives are those words which tells or which refer to one person from a number, one of a number, right? As each household in my society has contributed generously for the cause, right? So here each means one of the number, right? So, and it agree with singular noun as well. So it is distributive numerical, each, every, right? So such kind of words, anyone, right? Such kind of words are used as distributive numerical adjectives. Now, let me tell you one thing more. There are certain words which are used, which can be used as adjective of quantity as well as adjective of numbers. It depends on their uses. It depends on the uses of the word that we can identify them as adjective of quantity or adjective of numbers. Let us learn it by an example. He has spent all his money. Right? All the participants have to submit a letter. Right? He has not drunk any water. Is there any chart in the book? Right? So, what I want to explain, see, he has spent all his money. Now, here all is describing an uncountable noun. So, tell me whether it is adjective of quantity or adjective of number. It is adjective of quantity, as it is not telling the number, it is just telling the quantity. But when the same word has been used with the countable noun like participants, right? At that time, it is adjective of number, as it is giving the indefinite number of participants, right? Not the exact number, but it is telling the indefinite number of the countable noun. Then the same thing here, any, water, uncountable. So any here is adjective of quantity, whereas when we are using it with the countable noun, any chart, here it is used as adjectives of number, right? So I hope adjective, what are adjectives? Adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, and adjectives of number, and there are three kinds: definite numerical adjectives, indefinite numerical adjectives, distributive numerical adjectives are clear. And then there are certain words like all, any, which can be used, some which can be used for countable as well as for uncountable noun. So when they are describing uncountable noun, they will be counted as adjectives of quantity. When they are used to add something or to tell something about a countable noun, then they will use as adjectives of number, right? So now we will learn the next kind, but now we will learn the three kinds together as possessive, demonstrative, interrogative. These three are the kind of pronoun also, right? We have learned the possessive pronouns, demonstrative pronoun and interrogative pronoun, right? The same words which we are using as possessive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun, they are used as adjectives also, right? मैंने आपको प्रोनाउन करवाते वक्त भी ये बताया था. तो अभी ये तीनों काइंड्स को हम एक साथ सीखेंगे. Let me rub it. Now the fourth kind is possessive adjectives. Uses हमारे सेम है. Possessive pronoun used to show the possession. The same thing, possessive adjective shows possession of noun or belongingness of noun, right? मैंने आपको वहाँ बताया था प्रोनाउन करवाते वक्त कि टू केसेस जो है पर्सनल प्रोनाउन के, पोजेसिव केस में टू टाइप्स से ये चेंज होता है. आई चेंज इनटू माई एंड माइन, राइट? my is used to qualify the noun and mine is used to replace the noun. So the words that replace the noun, that are the pronoun, and the words which are qualifying the noun, they are the adjectives, right? Let us learn it. हमें इसके यूजेस के साथ साथ इसको डिस्टिंग्विश करना प्रोनाउन के साथ जरूर हमें मेमोराइज रखना है, ठीक है? तो अभी मैं इसको एक एग्जांपल के साथ आपको एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ. पॉजेसिव एडजेक्टिव्स, जैसे मैं कहूँ दिस इज माई बैग. So here the word my is showing the possession. At the same time it is used before a noun to qualify noun, right? Or if I write this sentence like this, the bag is mine. So here mine is replacing the noun. It is not following any noun. It is replacing the noun. It is pointing out. It is talking about a noun. So we will, it is possessive adjective, right? Let us learn one more example. This is our house, right? So our is adjective as it is following a noun, and if I write it like this house is ours. Here it is used to replace the noun and it is not following any noun, so it is pronoun. Next we are having demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjective, also I have told you that the words this, that, these, those. Demonstrative adjectives are used to indicate or point out a noun or pronoun we are talking about in the sentence, right? So when these words are following a noun, like this bag is mine, so here this is following the noun, so it is demonstrative adjective, right? Or if it follow a verb, this is my bag, here it is working as demonstrative pronoun, right? So possessive adjectives used to show possession and they qualify the noun, they follow the noun. Demonstrative adjective, th family, used to point out, indicate about which noun we are talking, and they again qualify noun, they follow the noun, they are demonstrative adjective. Now we will learn what are interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives, WH family, used with the noun to ask questions, right? Which pen is yours? Whose house is this? Right? So when WH words are following a noun, it means they used with the noun to ask a question about noun. So they are working as, they qualify the noun, they are working as interrogative adjective. The same thing when they are following a verb, which is your pen? At this time it is following a verb, it is working as इंटेरोगेटिव प्रोनाउन. तो ये तीनों काइंड्स बड़ी सिंपल हैं क्योंकि हम प्रोनाउन में भी इसको पढ़ते हैं और एडजेक्टिव्स में. बस हमें आइडेंटिफाई यही करना है कि इफ दे आर फॉलोइंग अ नाउन, दे आर यूज टू क्वालिफाई द नाउन एंड दे आर फंक्शनिंग एज एडजेक्टिव्स, राइट? नाउ वी विल डू emphasizing adjective. Next we are having emphasizing adjectives. Emphasizing adjectives are used to emphasize or stress what we want to say, right? As I say, this is the very dress that I wanted, right? So ये वही ड्रेस है जो मुझे चाहिए थी, ठीक है? तो here the word very is qualifying the dress by emphasizing the noun that what we want to stress on, right? And second example, this is their own idea, right? So here own is emphasizing that the idea is their own, right? Or we can say the project was a complete success. So here complete is to emphasize the noun success, right? So here the word complete is qualifying success. It is emphasizing success. So it is working as emphasizing adjectives. I hope all these kinds are clear to you. Adjectives of quality, quantity, number, then 3 kinds of numbers, then the difference between how the quantity and number can be, same words can be used as quantity and number. And then we have learned demonstrative, then we have learned possessive, interrogative and emphasizing. I hope all these adjectives are clear. So now you can see here some information about city Kolkata, right? So let us try to identify all the adjectives as well as their kinds so that it should be clear to us whether we learned the concept well or not, right? So now it is Kolkata is my city. Can you identify the adjective here? Yes, it is my, right? And what kind of adjective it is? It is possessive adjective, right? It is a big city. Big. What kind of adjective is it? It is telling the size, so it is quality word. It stands on the left bank of the beautiful river Hooghly. So left and beautiful, again they are the quality words, right? Next we are having, this river is a tributary of the Ganges. This river. As the th word is following a noun, so here it is working as demonstrative adjective, right? It has been used to qualify the noun. The river usually has enough water. Enough. What kind of adjective it is? It is adjective of quantity, right? Throughout the year, Kolkata has 2 railway stations. Yes, it is adjective of number. And what kind of number? Definite numerical adjective, cardinal number. There are many monuments, many. Again, it is number as monuments are countable. So, it is used as number, adjective of number, and many is indefinite, right? Indefinite numerical adjective. Next, we are having each monument. Yes, each is again adjective of number and it is distributive adjective of number, right? Stunning, quality word. Which monument? Can you identify this? Yes, this is interrogative adjective. My favorite. My is possessive again. So I hope now all the kinds are clear to you. Now we will learn participle and degree of adjectives. Participle means when present participle. What is the meaning of present participle? ing form of, like win will become winning, move, moving, run, running, right? When ing form of the verb present participle is working as adjective. Present plus past participle. Past participle means ed form like closed, injured, right? So let us learn it through some examples. She played a winning stroke, right? So now stroke is a noun and winning is telling what kind of stroke. So here ing form, the present participle form, is working as an adjective, right? We should not try to board of a moving bus, right? So bus is a noun and what kind of bus? Moving. So here ing form of move has been used or is functioning as an adjective, right? Please open the closed window, right? So here ed form is telling what kind of window, right? Or I managed to get seat in the crowded bus, right? So here crowded, again ed form is functioning as adjective. So I hope participial are clear. Now we will learn degree of adjective. Now there are 3 degrees of adjectives: positive, comparative and superlative. Positive degree is used when there is no comparison between nouns, right? Comparative degree is used when comparison is between two nouns, right? Not more than 2, right? Then superlative degree is used when comparison between more than 2, right? It is the higher degree of comparison and it is the highest degree of comparison. Let us see some example to get it more clear. She looks lovely in the evening gown, right? He, or we can say she looks prettier than her sister in the party, right? And we can say he is the boldest student of the class, right? We will learn interchange of degree of comparison, right? We can use different degrees of comparison without changing the meaning of the sentence. Last session जो 7th class and right now the present 7th class has done it in the last session also. Last class में भी आपने ये चीज़ बड़े अच्छे से की थी, हमने ये पूरा टॉपिक कवर किया था. तो this is not something new for you, right? No other boy is as intelligent as Prabhu. So here we are using positive degree of comparison, right? Where comparison is done but by using positive degree by adding as or like, है ना? Prabhu is more intelligent than any other boy in the class. So here we are using comparative degree, but the meaning is not changed. Prabhu is the most intelligent boy in the class. Now again we are using the superlative degree here, but again it is, the meaning is not changed. So at the end, the meaning of all the sentences are that Prabhu is the most intelligent boy. No other boy is more intelligent than Prabhu, और no other boy is as intelligent as प्रभु. तो at the end तीनों sentences का meaning यही निकल रहा है कि प्रभु जो है वो क्लास का सबसे intelligent बच्चा है, right? So now we will try. Shakespeare is greater than all other English dramatists, right? So यहाँ हम कह रहे हैं कि ये सबसे great है, ठीक है? तो we can say शेक्सपियर, हम इसे ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं, शेक्सपियर इज द ग्रेटेस्ट इंग्लिश ड्रामाटिस्ट, राइट? देहरादून इज कूलर देन दिल्ली. अब यहाँ पर कंपैरेटिव डिग्री हुई है, अगर मुझे इसे पॉजिटिव डिग्री के साथ दिखाना हो तो हाउ आई विल राइट, दिल्ली इज not as cool as Dehradun, right? So this was our interchange of degree of comparison. Now we will cover a certain words which certain adjectives, adjective of quantity or adjective of number, as I have told you, there are words which are used as adjective of quantity as well as adjective of number, and there are certain degree of comparisons. जैसे late है तो उसका later और latter दोनों ही comparative degree हैं, इसी तरह से latest और last superlative degree हैं. तो such kind of words sometimes create confusion for us. So now we will learn those words which often confuse, those adjectives which often confuse us in English. First is some and any. Now both words are used as adjective of quantity as well as adjective of numbers. Both are used to qualify countable as well as uncountable nouns. But how we will differentiate between them? It is used in positive sense. Some is used in positive sense and any is used in negative sense, right? Like I have some friends, I have bought some pens, right? And here I will say I don't have any friend, or I can say I have not bought any pen. Clear? Now second, we are having little, few, a few, right? So little is used with uncountable nouns and few is used as countable nouns. So it is adjective of quantity and it is adjective of number, indefinite numerical adjectives, right? Little and few both means not much, or we can say almost none, बिल्कुल ना के बराबर, in negative sense, right? And a few means some. A few means some. So now let us learn it with some example. He had little money to spend, right? Few students attend the seminar, so almost none. A few girls were present yesterday, right? Clear everyone? Next we are having old. Adjective old. It has two ways to change it into comparative and superlative degree. It change into older as well as elder, and oldest as well as eldest, right? So older and oldest are used to compare the age, right? And elder or eldest are used with the reference of family members. Right? Let us learn it with some examples. First, for older, he is older than me. यहाँ मैं older किस context में use कर रही हूँ? To compare the age, right? My elder brother will come today. Now here it is used as the reference of family member. उसी तरह से हम oldest का लिख सकते हैं. It is the oldest building in the city, right? Reference to the age. And eldest, again my eldest brother will come today, right? So next pair is, next हमारा आता है late. Again late can be changed into later and latter as comparative, and latest and last as superlative, right? So late will change into later and latest as well as latter and last. तो अब हम इसका मीनिंग समझ लेते हैं. When it change into later and latest, it is referring to time, in the context of time. And when it is latter or last, it is mentioning the sequence or order of happening something. अब इसको भी हम एग्जाम्पल्स के साथ देख लेते हैं. जैसे मैं कहूँ I will talk you later. अब मैं बाद में बात करूँगी मीन्स now I am not having time. ये टाइम के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में हुआ है. Latest, give me the latest news. ठीक है. या मैं कहूँ Have you seen the latest magazine? ठीक है. यहाँ भी ये किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में यूज हो रहा है? टाइम के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में. लेटर, लेटर, लेटर सीक्वेंस और ऑर्डर. The latter part of the movie was more interesting. अब यहाँ ये किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में हो रहा है? सीक्वेंस के, कि पहले पार्ट से दूसरा पार्ट, ठीक है, नेक्स्ट पार्ट. सो यहाँ ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट के फॉर्म में यूज हो रहा है. ठीक है. या मैं कहूँ ही इज लेट. ठीक है. अब मैं इसका कंपैरिजन नहीं कर रही किसी से. जनरली आई एम सेइंग ही इज लेट. Of the two friends, he was later to come. ठीक है. यहाँ कंपैरिजन दो के बीच में है और दोनों में से किसकी पोजीशन बात की है उसके लिए वी आर यूजिंग लेटर. और अगर इसी सेंटेंस को मैं ऐसे लिख दूं, ऑफ द थ्री फ्रेंड्स ही वॉज, अब जब कंपैरिजन हमारा टू से मोर में है तो वी विल यूज सुपरलेटिव डिग्री, वी विल राइट ऑफ द 3 फ्रेंड्स ही वॉज लास्ट टू कम। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट है हमारे पास नियरेस्ट एंड नेक्स्ट। ठीक है, नियरेस्ट का हम डिस्टेंस है और नेक्स्ट पोजीशन के लिए। ठीक है, तो यहां हम क्या पूछ सकते हैं, व्हाट इज द नियरेस्ट शॉप, और नेक्स्ट her house is next to mine, right? So nearest is used for distance and next is used for position. So this was our topic. Hope you all have understood. PDF file of answers of these exercises will be shared with you. Try to complete the exercises, try to solve the exercises first yourself and then match your answers, right? I hope everything is clear to you and you will able to solve all the exercises. I will see you in my next class. Bye everyone.